Yo, let's get it popping, man. In 5 seconds, do the countdown, man. You got the mic, baby.
One, two, three, four, five. Live from Direct Gaming, live from Xboxville, live no half breeds, live where real gamers at, live where we bleed green eternally. It's the Direct Gaming Show, baby. Episode 6. Oh yeah, we putting work in. I got my co-star, New Legal. You already know what it
How
is.
you
Late
living?
night gaming. Yeah, late night news. Late night, we live it how we get it. Let's go.
Yo, episode 6 in the building. And man, Johnson, you haven't sound so better, man. You are right on point tonight with that intro. And I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna carry over. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. And before I let you talk, man, I just want to say thanks to everybody who partakes and press start end credits. It's one of the things that me and General just wanted to give back to the community. Keep the community positive and upbeat. So whenever they come to this show, they can rock out with us and just hear real conversations that we would normally have when we're in our party chats. And we figured, hey man, why not just go on in and just do like we normally do. And yo, shout outs to our man United Cast today for doing a great show from live from the streets. Did an excellent job there, man, for his first time. So I just wanted to say salute to him for challenging himself to come up on here, man, step up on the stage and bring something of unity to the Xbox community. Salute to my man.
Kashim was incredible. It was incredible.
Salute to my comrade right here, the General Johnson, who's been on a roll, man, who's been on a tear. My man calls me up. He's vigorous. He's excited. He's bringing the energy every week, every 11 days. He wants to continue to bring it to y'all. So I'm very excited about him. Shout outs to my man Knowledge, the tech guy of Direct Gaming, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, grandmas and grandpas, first, second, third, fourth, fifth cousins, pets and all, and to all the people around the world and in the Xbox community. This is episode 6, baby, and we getting it on. It is Direct Gaming, man. Before I give the mic over to General, man, I got a few things I want to get off my chest. Very excited. With a big X in front of that C, man. Xbox grew 15%, man, in its services, bro. In its services. 15%. Mixer, 10 million? 10 million, man? 2018? In 4 months, man, 10 million?
Wonder
Yo,
what that stuff's worth.
That is insane. And let me tell you something, man. Mixer knows exactly what it's doing, man, as far as the innovation of bringing that community gaming through streaming. I'm doing Killing Floor 2 tonight.
All right.
And I just want to say, man, that this year, like I've been saying, 2018 is the year of Xbox. You don't have to believe me, man. Just stick around. It's all about to happen. And
oh yeah.
Microsoft is doing good things, man, by just by keeping it all about gaming, keeping it all about their services, bringing back compact, getting these new IPs out. Shout outs to Sea of Thieves that's still, after a month being out, still in the top 10 worldwide. People still sitting out there gangsta in the seas. We got our new IP coming out. State of Decay 2, that which will make our fifth,
zombies.
right, which will bring forth our 5th IP. I mean, there's really no console out there that's just doing it like Xbox, man. So upon all that good news, which when you thought it couldn't get no better, E3's right around the corner, right? And there's a guarantee going around. There's a guarantee going around that just when we thought it couldn't get no better, we get
Let's get
news
you
that
restocked.
Shadow of the Tomb is in 4K 60, General. 4K
Ooh.
60. And Microsoft
You
went
ain't say
along.
1080p.
How can something like that exist?
Microsoft went along,
Come and get your tools of
amped up
trade.
the hertz, upgraded everything to 120 hertz, man, so we can see that the Xbox One X is being future-proof, man. The next, mark my words, man, the next Xbox console that comes out, I believe 30 frames per second, man, is gonna be a thing of the past,
Zed's
man.
on the way. Start to wrap things up.
I just think it's
Yeah,
gonna be a
yeah.
thing of the past. It's still gonna be an option, but I think it's gonna be silly to get on a great console like that and not perform on it. So I look at it like this.
I think 30. Yeah, I think 30 might be an option, but I think
about to
really, I
shut
don't know.
the
It may
pod.
not be, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you got 60, you know. But then you know how it is with open world games, man. They seem like they want to keep those 30 frames per second, but
All
nah, I
Zed's on
think
the
the new
scope.
console's gonna do
Back
60
to
out
it,
the
mes
gate, though,
amis.
no question.
30 frames per second to me, man, it just should be a thing of the past now, man.
I feel you.
This game right here, Killing Floor 2, should be in 60 frames per second, man. I mean, a full lock 60 frames per second, just the way it is, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
you're
just,
right,
it's just
you're
getting
right
to the
about
point where games, we need to step it up. We need to step it
Yeah,
up.
we do.
I mean, we need to stop using open world excuses now. Well, the game, I mean, you know, it's just getting to a point where the excuses are just getting tiring now.
But it's not really excuses. It's really about the GPU, man. Like the GPU. The one thing they got to do on the next consoles, the you know, the Xbox 2 or Xbox
Talk
Revenge
to
or
'em.
whatever it's gonna be.
Talk
You
to
know what I
'em.
mean? Xbox Ninja.
Right.
You know, they gotta make a very strong GPU.
Right.
A GPU and a CPU. They need to upgrade it, and I think that's where a lot of cloud gaming comes in, because the simple fact of you know, as far as how the processing is, like when you play AC Origins, man, it's like the draw distance is just amazing, especially in 4K.
Right.
So I think that's where the cloud comes, where it's going to take a lot off of the actual hardware, and
Nice.
you know, as far as balancing out, you know what I'm saying? But no, I agree
Right.
with you, man. Like the next systems, man, like yo, 60 or higher, man. Like especially, like you know how you got space games and stuff like that. Like that stuff should be like, I think 80 frames per second or even 100 frames, like to make it more exciting. You know what I mean? To make it more
Right.
Make heads or
exciting.
tails of half of this
So-
stuff.
Make it to at least where, you know, where it's gonna be able to hold a solid 60, man. Because 60 to me is okay. I don't, you know, I can deal with that. And I don't, you know, I don't have to go above
Yeah.
it because it just feels so natural to me. You know, and
Finally,
Yeah,
join
exactly.
the
knowing that the
Enemies
next
on the
Tomb Raider,
scope.
man, is gonna be in that just showed that everything that the presentation for the Xbox One X 2 years ago, two E3s ago, was no lie. When they said that
Exactly.
this console is not
Last
compromising anymore,
I have to power down
it's
the
not.
pod.
You gotta understand though, there was a lot of games being
Glad you
made
made it back.
that did not know
Don't
the
blame
X was
on
coming
anything.
out. So there was a lot of games made that wasn't made under the power of the X. So you have to give it time.
Exactly.
Nobody was tripping
Yeah.
off the fact that God of War took 5 years to make. Okay. Well, Crackdown 3.
Or Horizon Zero
it's-
Dawn.
Right,
7 years.
Crackdown 3
Yeah.
is still in its
Took
4th
6.
year. So if
Yeah,
we can
6
accept
years,
the fact,
man.
yeah, if we can accept the fact that Crackdown 3, well, I'm going off since the trailer, that was 2014.
Oh, okay.
Right, since
Okay,
the
I
trailer.
know they started 2012. They started
Right.
2012, but yeah, I got you.
Right, with the vision of it, that's true. With the vision of it,
Right.
wanting to bring it back, began in 2012. The trailer to actually show us what their idea was for the game was in 2014.
No,
from
14,
2000
yeah.
Right, so from 2014 to now, that's 4 years, right? That we know it to actually be in development, right? Coming out of an
Yep,
idea,
yep.
going into a development. So we don't have nothing else to say. If it took the game 5 years to come out and you praise it, 10 out of 10, a 1080p game right now, best looking game for this generation, which is all the cracker shit. We all know it. You know? We all know that, but that's good marketing. I understand marketing, you know. The thing about it is, if we can understand that, then we can understand that our game is going to take a little bit. And finally, within the 4th year, it's coming out, man. And so we don't have to trip anymore. We don't have to trip anymore.
Nah, man.
And when Crackdown 3 comes out, right, when Crackdown 3 comes out, it's just gonna add to the collection. No, it's not a brand new IP. It's a 3rd series to an IP, a trilogy. If it was you know, a major continuation series, it would be considered a trilogy, which is not bad. But this is not a trilogy.
Right.
This is just a 3rd element. So, with that being said, General, what's the problem?
I mean, yo, you know, people don't understand, man. Games take time to make, man. You know, like games, you got to get it right, man, because. You know, like I understand from Xbox perspective that they did, you know, people think it's a bunch of crock, but they really did a lot of restructuring. You see they brought in David Gallagher, who, you know, he actually worked with Corey Barlog at Crystal Dynamics at one point in their career, but he was the guy that was definitely
very
in charge
excited
of
about that.
Tomb Raider.
Right.
Tomb Raider. You got Matty B. I mean, it's Matt Booty. I'm gonna call him Matty B though. And, you know, as far as that going right there. So. What Phil Spencer did was he brought in a lot of top tier guys, and Phil Spencer was dead serious where, okay, the quality of our first party, it has to be better. It's unacceptable as far as what our players expect. And you know, he always said he don't want Xbox feeling like a second step. So, you know, they got a big team on Fable, man. You know, when you see Fable, it's gonna be epic, man. You know what I mean? Like, they got a big team. They got guys for Metal Gear Solid 5. They got guys for I think two lead guys are from Grand Theft Auto 5. They worked on, you know, Rockstar as far as the open world, and you know, you got the playground team and everything. But I think, you know, people gotta understand, man, that you want your games to not only live up to the hype, but exceed expectations. Would you agree? Right. So basically, you know, a lot of people they sit there and they you know they get angry like, well, when's Halo coming out? Let Halo take its
let Halo.
time.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There
Let
you
Halo
go.
take
Now
its
you
time,
talk.
man. Like,
now you
yeah,
talk.
man, because it's like Halo 5 just came out 2015. Here y'all wanting Halo this year or like next year. Like, yo, let it take its time, yo. Like,
there you go.
Yo,
now
like,
you talking.
Can you imagine if the Halo had 5 years to develop? How amazing that would be. You know, and I could be wrong. They could be whiz kids, man. They could be knocking it out or whatever. You know, they got a good team, but a lot of games gotta understand. Games take time, man. They take time, man. So, and I just think that, you know, we don't get me wrong. Like, you know, we bought these systems and we want to see our investment, but it's like, man, like all the games that the media and everybody making hype over, it didn't come in 1 year. So, you know, Xbox, you know what I'm saying? They taking their time, man. And I know Crackdown 3 is not new. That multiplayer is gonna be something that you never played before, because we never played no multiplayer where it's total destruction and it's chaos and mayhem, and you know, we shooting up buildings and walls, and we could blow up stuff and we could go at each other. You know, we still doing the same thing in multiplayer right now, man.
Right.
We perking, whatever it is, you know what I mean? We just running around shooting guns, and now it's this battle royal thing, man. It's like, yo, multiplayer right now needs a jolt in the arm, a big jolt in the arm. And I believe Crackdown 3, if they do it the way they say they're gonna do it, and it showcases the power of the cloud, it's a game changer. People will literally buy an Xbox to play Crackdown multiplayer. It can be
I
huge.
know one thing, man. You've been an advocate for it. You've definitely been an advocate for Crackdown 3 since day one. That
My
I've
most
known
anticipated game.
Right.
Yep.
And you are excited to know that the Azure Cloud is finally going to get its presentation. And here's my thing, man. I'm hoping that it doesn't fail you at all, man, because this thing right here looks like it's going to be the next innovative thing. It's gonna be the talk of the town, man.
Bonjour.
So I'm rooting for you
Come
because
get
you've
your
been
tools of
talking
trade.
about it. So let's see what it's about, man. We're about to see what it's about,
Nah,
and it's gonna be this year, man.
it's not gonna fail.
Start to wrap
That's not
things
gonna
up, as they
fail
say.
because they I remember Aaron Greenberg was on a podcast show maybe 2 years ago, and you know they had him as a guest. I forgot who it was though, but he said, you know, Crackdown is a very ambitious title, and he had this real smirk
about to shut
smile
the
on his
pod.
face. He says it's a very ambitious title. It's doing some things that we never seen before, and that's what Microsoft is about. It's doing stuff that you never seen before. It's being innovative
All Z's on the
and
scope.
really taking things to
Back
another
to it,
level.
mes amis.
And they got the power to do it. They have the power to do it. Everything was infrastructure, man. Everything was just infrastructure. Like you gotta think about it, right? They had to, you know, put in they as far as the building the cloud. It took years, man.
Right.
It took years, and so it took years, and then on top of that, you know, also getting the right engine or this and that, you know, testing it, all type of stuff. Like I remember they was doing tests where they actually playing Halo 4. You might have heard about this. They were playing Halo 4 on one of their window phones, right?
Oh,
So,
really? I didn't know
it's just
that.
the fact. Oh yeah, yeah. You can actually find an article about that. Albert Pinello, who recently retired, man.
Right,
18
right.
Years.
Put in his
You know,
18
yeah,
years, man.
put in his 18 years. Yeah, he's a genius. He was definitely the mouthpiece of Microsoft.
Man, he was a tech head,
But
man. He was one of the tech heads.
yeah, but he ain't take no crap, man. He was one of them cats that would call these fanboys out. He would
Yeah,
go
no
on
doubt.
Their shows. He really stuck up for the Xbox brand. For 18 years, man. You know, you know, you're a seasoned veteran, man. You're
Right,
good, man.
right.
So basically, and the whole notion is that everything was infrastructure as far as their vision. See, Microsoft doesn't want to just make a cool game. Microsoft wants to be innovative, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to show you what's next as far as technology. That's all Microsoft is. It's technology, man. When you look at stuff in years forward, first time you saw Gears, first time you saw so many things. The first time you saw Halo, it was really unlike anything you've ever seen. So that's the standard Phil Spencer wants to make. And Phil Spencer, if people don't know, he played the Crackdown campaign. I think it was about a year and a half ago, and he didn't like it. He said it needs to be better. It needs to be more explosive. It needs to be more, fun. And he made him go back and do it. And what people don't understand is when they showed Crackdown 3 at E3 and Comic-Con, it was an early build. That wasn't the final build what was going to come out. It was just an early build. But then people saying that it's ugly, the graphics and this and that, and it's like, yo, man, like Crackdown 1 now it looks phenomenal. Like as far as the 4K, cleanup. But man, Crackdown 1 was still fun back in the day. I mean, it wasn't no looker. I mean, yo, you just want to shoot and blow stuff up. So it's like, everything is infrastructure, man. Everything is infrastructure, and that's what Microsoft is doing. I'm telling you, this E3, a lot of people feeling is going to get hurt. You're going to get your JRPGs. You're going to get your new IPs. You're going to get, new multiplayer stuff. You're going to get a bunch of new stuff, man. Some might come this year. Some might not come to fall, 2019.
Right, but it's coming.
They're gonna show their card. It's coming. It's coming.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
So how long do you think this show ought to be, man?
This show or the E3?
Right, the new E3 show.
Oh man, yo, look, man, this is my thing, man. They're gonna take all day Sunday. They got their own building, man. So, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 3 hours, man. And then on top of that, that following Monday, you're getting a special E3 on inside the Xbox. So that's more stuff for them to show. Man, they're not playing with nobody. They hear all the talk. They hear all the Xbox got no games. They hear the complaints of the fans and the grumblings and this and that, and all this half-breed stuff, man. If Xbox doesn't show me what I want, I'm leaving. Man, you ain't going nowhere. You're a gamer, man. Like, people need to stop it with the crocodile tears and all this other stuff, man. Like, these dudes are just emotional. It's ridiculous, man.
Nah, man, I think it's just
ridiculous.
It's just these dudes got bills to pay, man. I don't even look at it no further than that, man. It's just all comical. If it's all on YouTube, man, it's all comical. You know,
I just think it's a
cats
bad
gotta-
look for gamers, man.
Well, yeah, it's a
I think
bad
it's
look.
a bad
It's a
look
bad
for
look.
gamers, man.
Because you should
Like, you
never
got-
have yourself in a situation where, unless you're professionally getting paid, man, ever try to treat gaming like it's an occupation, man.
I mean,
unless it's
you got-
really feeding you. You know, and then
Yeah,
if
you
it's
got-
feeding
you
you gotta be gaming, man. You can't just be running your mouth, man. You gotta be actually gaming.
Exactly, man. Like, you got one cat that was screaming for Microsoft to make a game like God of War, right? Let's say that. And you screamed at Phil, and you screamed at all these other people. You screamed at Xbox executives, but we find out you're not even playing God of War. Like, come on, man. Like, this is the clown stuff we're talking about, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the clown stuff, man.
Right.
It's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? So, but, yo, Microsoft, you know, so segue, shoot, they just made $2.25 billion last quarter. They're not worried about these chumps, man. They're not worried about these chumps at all, man. At all.
Right. No, they're not, man.
So you,
Actually, I'm starting to think Microsoft. They're like the comedy section for them. You know, you ever seen Aaron Greenberg and some of the comments he says, man? I bet you Microsoft sits back there and they just be like, I wonder what these clowns are gonna come up with today, man. And they gotta be laughing.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know,
Definitely,
I can
man.
sit there and see these
Definitely.
guys like, what do you think they're gonna say today? And they be cracking up. You know, because
Yeah,
like
man.
you said, a lot of these cats think they really know what these Xbox execs really be doing, man. Like they in the lab with them and stuff.
A lot of
man.
these cats, a lot of these cats think that they know the gaming business and they don't know the gaming business. That's the problem with the gaming culture right now. I have a serious problem with. If you're going to be part of this culture, do your homework. Know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear you got an email or your source. No, you do your homework. You actually understand what development means. You actually you actually knows exactly what's going on. If you really do your homework, the gaming business is changing. It's changing from what we know it to be, man. And that's all right because everything has to evolve, man. Everything has to evolve. It has to.
That's
Everything
true, man.
has to evolve. So, but people acting like Microsoft ain't bringing no games, man, y'all stupid, man. Y'all stuck on
Well,
something.
anybody that says
It's
that
like,
just
come
don't
on.
play games on Xbox. That's all that is. That's just too
exactly.
easy, man.
Like,
I mean, I got the games on Xbox to prove that wrong. That's silly. I don't even listen to that.
and it's like crazy. It's crazy because, and it's like nobody won't give it its credit. There is nothing like Sea of Thieves, man.
No,
like,
there's nothing like
you know
it.
what's cool about Sea of Thieves? And
What's
I
up?
challenge anybody to play it, right?
What's
Don't
up?
worry about playing with your friends. Check this out. Now, don't worry about playing with your friends, right? Do something different. This might blow your mind what I'm about to say. Do you know if you play Sea of Thieves solo, it's like every mission you're doing is like a suicide mission. It is so intense. It is so much fun.
Oh, my
it's even
goodness.
more fun. Yeah, it's more fun when you actually, pirate shit that you don't know, or if you grab the chest and now somebody's trying to get you in a battle, you're trying to get back to that outpost or that, to that dock, whatever. I'm talking about like, sometimes you be sweating. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's like suicide missions, man. And, and sometimes people, man, just don't get it, man. Like, I just think gamers, man, they just dumb at times, man. Like, they don't want to try nothing new. And we've always been a culture of trying something new.
Right.
And what's innovative and what's the next big thing. But Sea of Thieves is the joint, man. If you play Sea of Thieves solo, it's like suicide missions. I guarantee you it's a lot of fun. It's like suicide missions because you by yourself. Doing
Exactly.
everything by yourself. Yep. And it's even more fun with friends, don't get me wrong. If you really want a challenge, play it by yourself. And see what I'm talking about. It's like, whoa, man. It can get real hokey. Real
Right.
knuckle gripping, man.
You really can, man. You're not lying about that.
Yep.
You're definitely not lying about that, man. And I'm just like, man, you know what? Microsoft is about to do some things, man. that I think for the first time, man, it's just gonna be so undeniable that even like the haters, man, are gonna have to like fall back. The haters
man.
are gonna have to fall back because it's gonna be a point to where, you know, it's doing so good that even when you hate about it, it's just gonna be apparent that you just hating about it because it's like, why are you hating, man? It's like because it's doing what it said it was gonna do.
Exactly. Yo, my whole thing is that right now in the media, and of course you got, you know, certain YouTubers. My whole thing is right now is that there is a witch hunt right now for Xbox exclusives. That every time Xbox has an exclusive, they just want to pout on it. They just want to talk about it. You know, they trying to talk about the BS and State of Decay 2, right? So State of Decay 2, what it does is that when you on a co-op, right, and if you get too far from your squad, it basically brings you up, right, to where, you know, your squad is at. So people make all this big noise about it, but yo, they do the same thing in Far Cry 5. So
Yes, they do.
How come there's all this noise about State of Decay 2, but you don't say nothing about Far Cry 5? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. If you really do your homework, every Xbox exclusive, there's a witch hunt, man, by the media, by certain YouTubers, man.
They out to get it, man. They're out to get it, huh?
They out to get it. But you try to see it Thieves and it's still sold. You're going to talk about Crackdown 3 and it's still going to sell. You're going to talk about State of Decay 2 and it's still going to sell.
Yeah,
because
it's
Xbox
like the haters
gamers,
not.
we game. We game, yo. We game. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about how Game Pass is whack. Game Pass, you got publishers now joining on to Game Pass. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, day and date with Game Pass, man. With Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Because they see with Sea of Thieves more players now. And then you'll see with State of Decay, more players. People gotta understand, man, that, you know, and I'll say this, man, people gotta understand, it's not about physical sales anymore, honestly, man. It's about how many players can I get in this ecosystem, and with that, they buy DLC, they buy, you know, extra add-on, just like AC Origins, you got, you know, what, extra DLC, you know, side missions or side stories, stuff like that. Right. It's not about a game selling 15, 20 million copies anymore. That's why Microsoft don't give out numbers no more. They're smart. They know exactly what they're doing. Because Sony, you know, just use an example, Sony will tout, oh, 78 million, or we're at 80 million. You know, the PS4 just can't be stopped. But yet you only sold 3.1 million of God of War. Like, come on, man. If I'm an executive, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't match the install base. It doesn't match the install base. And so what Microsoft understands is that, okay, well, we're going to get people in our ecosystem. And then on top of that, we'll have more players. And then, you know, all the DLC, all the cosmetics and things like that. People buy that stuff, man. So that's money hand over fist. Yeah, man. And then on top of that, Phil Spencer is just genius to me because, yo, we don't want to go into a future where we got to hook up our old Xboxes and things like that up. This man is a genius, man. Hey, now it's like, it was crazy, man. I was playing Panzer Dragoon Order the other day. I'm like, this is my game, yo. And it looks better, and it plays better, and it sounds better because they cleaned it up. And the J Empire, you know what I mean? And all these old Xbox OG games, and you got damn near the whole 360 library, pretty much the whole library. They got a couple more to go, but it's like the backwards compatibility is insane for Xbox, man. So they got that down. So they took care of all the services and everything. Now the games are coming, man. Yo, y'all gonna eat a lot of crow, man. I'm telling you, y'all gonna eat a lot of crow, man. A lot of crow. A whole lot of crow. Because y'all been talking too much, man. Y'all been talking too much, man. Too much. I mean, way too much. And I'm telling you, man, Microsoft they've had enough. They've had enough, man. They ready to get rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah, you're right.
They ready to get rocking and rolling, man. Yep.
Yeah, you right about that, man. I see the
Yeah,
same
man.
thing. It's just like cats have been up here being generous. Feels like, what I'm saying, I compliment you. I do what I gotta do to, make it seem like, everything is cool. But at the end of the day, man,
Mm-hmm.
competition still competition. And even a
Exactly.
competitor can respect. Even they can respect. And I think that Microsoft this time around, man, is saying, you know what? We can acknowledge good work, but don't think for a
Yep.
second, man, that we're not competitive.
Exactly. And that's
And
what
we can't
people
get
they
down.
and people really take that for granted, man, because you know Microsoft is just competitive in a different way. They don't need to do that anymore. I think people are just used to the old Microsoft where, yo, they would spend 100 million on
Right,
a big AAA game. You know what I'm saying?
right.
They're not doing that no more. They're gonna take 100 million and make 6 games. That's the new Microsoft, and they're gonna make a game for everybody. And that's something that the hardcore has to get used to. They're gonna make a game for everybody. They're gonna make a game for your 10-year-old brother or your 10-year-old sister. They're gonna make a game for you. They're even gonna make a game for mom and dad. That's where they're going, man. And it's smart because they got tired of being known as the shooter racer box. Just shooting and racing. Shooting and
True
racing.
that.
That's all they was
Talk to
known
him.
for. So it's like,
Talk to him.
Microsoft wanted to be much more diverse. And now they're getting, shall we say, pissed on by fans because they want to be much more diverse. It's like, yo, well, you they want to be diverse. I mean, that's what it is. They see where they're going as far as the future, man. But hey, they called it. Super Lucky Tales sold very well. That's why it keeps getting DLC. There is a
Right.
fan
Did
base
you
for
get the
that
new one?
game now.
Yeah, did you get the new one? You know what? I need to get back into my Super Lucky Tales, man. I haven't gotten
Yeah,
into
I
it.
gotta beat it.
I
beat it.
also
It's
got
fun part.
I did your thing, man. I actually got the new DLC content for Assassin's Creed Origins too. I got all that. I just
Oh
bought the
yeah,
season pass, man, because I was just like,
classic,
it's time for
classic
me to
stuff.
do it.
Oh yeah,
Classic game,
classic
man.
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
Yeah,
And that
you know
was
what I mean.
that was the
So
game that pulled me away from Shadow War in the beginning. I was like, I waited on Shadow War, which I didn't have to, but then when I seen
mm,
how beautiful Assassin's Creed Origins was, I was like,
yeah,
man,
me
I think
too.
I'm gonna start with
I was
this. And I was
I was
blown
hooked, man.
away. I
Yeah,
was literally blown
Ubisoft,
away,
man.
man.
Ubisoft and Rockstar are my two favorite gaming companies right now, man. Like, Far Cry 5 is absolutely a masterpiece, man. It is that much fun. It's insane. And on top of that, yeah, AC Origins, man. I mean, not that I want to be greedy, but if I can get one more DLC, I'm good, man. Thank you. But if not,
Yeah, no
it
doubt,
was a
man.
blast. It was a blast. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, man. Like Microsoft, man. I love. I know people hate because Microsoft stay quiet. I love that Microsoft they it means they're working. And Microsoft, they don't need to be boastful and bragful anymore. They're gonna let their games do the talking. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna let their games do the
Right.
talking. Phil Spencer has been on the money from everything that he said, man.
He kept his
Everything that
word,
he
man. He
said,
kept his word, man.
kept his word. So this E3, it's on, man. It's on and cracking, man. I'm telling you, man. This E3 gonna be big. They even saying it when they coming out and saying it that this gonna be the longest and the biggest E3 ever. That means they
Yo,
got stuff
yo,
to
yo,
show,
you
brother.
know what, man? Them rumors, man. Those rumors. What's some
Woo,
of those
yeah,
rumors,
man.
man, that you was hearing about? Let
Hey,
let let the
man.
audience know about some of this stuff, man, that you've been hearing. You done some research on, man, and you're kind of like, yo, if some of these rumors come out to be true, it's a wrap. And
Yeah,
yo,
man.
what about shout outs to shout outs to Tim Dog, man, putting out some good
Yeah,
information on Twitter, man, the other day. I mean, I'm saying this the American way, man. Near automata. We know they say it differently over across seas,
yeah,
our fellow gamers across seas. But over here, a lot of us say near automata, but we know what we're talking about, right? And
yeah.
that game possibly now is coming over to the Xbox One. So I mean, if
And it
it comes
is.
over to the Xbox One, which I'm pretty sure it is because it's one of those games that fell into the line with Hellblade, um,
Yep.
where the game comes out first on PlayStation because we understand it's a Japanese title. You know,
Yep.
it makes sense. I mean, this is a dominated Japanese market, right? We understand. I
Right.
put it in a video prior to that Microsoft MSX computer gaming machine was the first computer gaming machine that was given over there in Japan to do one thing,
Mm.
to jumpstart Japanese gaming over there. Microsoft
There you go.
invested into the Japanese gaming market first. The biggest company to first do it was Microsoft. So
There you
Microsoft
go.
is not a stranger to what
Nope.
the Japanese market is about. They never wanted to be the face of it. They were there to help
Exactly.
the Japanese market. So they're like, look, we're gonna give you something that you can help develop your games on. Test it out.
Yep.
And one of the companies that they were helping that originated in that field of play that was new to it was Sony. So you gotta understand something, right? You gotta understand something. Once I realized that, I understood how Phil talks to Yoshida and them. Now understand me, man. Watch this. A lot of people look at Microsoft and Sony as competitors. They're not competitors like that. Yeah, they're competitors when it comes to like gaming and doing stuff like that. But they're not company competitors. The competitor of Microsoft is Google and Apple.
Amazon. Amazon too.
Right,
Yep.
and Amazon. These are tech giants. These are software giants. Well, tech giants. Let me put it like that. Tech giants. I'm not going to say software giants because that's the realm of Microsoft. But they are tech giants, and they do deal with technology, and they do deal with certain softwares like cloud and all that. But they got all that from Microsoft's technology, right? Even our fellow friends over there in Valve. I mean, what was Steam? Steam was exclusively built for Microsoft back in the day when it first started. So Microsoft is always there helping. Like, they don't want to be the face of Valve. They just wanted to be there to help because Microsoft can respect. Here's that key word. They can respect great ideas. Now watch this. Phil congratulated the God of War game. Mike Ybarra congratulated the developer of God of War game, the one of the original developers, not this guy, but one of the original developers. Because what was his thing? He said, "Yo, I was a fan of God of War. I know this guy personally, so I'm saying, hey man, I'm glad to see that your series is still going. So congratulations on that." Now, when a lot of people, even I got shaken up, man, why they need to do that? Why they need to talk like that? Come on, man, be competitive. But then I started to realize, I calmed down. I was like, you know what? Microsoft looks at Sony like a customer, not a competitor. If you're a customer, well, what do you mean by that? Legal. You're talking out of your head. Yo, Simplagon, Havoc, those things you need to make games. Yo, do you think? Right. Do you think Microsoft is bad at God of War for selling 3.1 million in 3 days?
Nope.
Globally? Nope. Because you know why? Microsoft got paid.
You use that technology.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
You use that
exactly.
technology.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Uncharted 4. You're using Microsoft technology. What's wrong with you cats? You cats are sitting up there saying, where's the games? Go tell PlayStation where's the games. Where's Microsoft money? Ask Sony. Ask Sony where's Microsoft money. Because these games that are coming out on the X, 4K 60, looking all beautiful, outperforming your console, yo, charge it to Sony. They paying for that. They paying for Microsoft to look good right now. And they're going to keep on doing it. So now I understand a whole other spectrum of thinking. It's like, yo, when you got a customer, you don't talk crazy to your customers.
No, you don't.
Hey, you're generous to your customer. Every now and then I want to say, hey, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing over there? Do y'all need anything? Do y'all need anything? Is there anything we can assist you on? Hey, how do I know what I'm talking about? Because every now and then Microsoft throws that crossplay at Sony. And Sony's like that customer, we don't want to have nothing to do with making you no money right now. So they pout. Nah,
Yep.
we'll just stick to doing what we're doing. Microsoft's like, okay, customer. Just whenever you get ready, customer, holler at us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ain't no competitor.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And people don't understand is that, oh, okay, so what? Near Automata is coming to Xbox. Well,
Right.
we already had it on our system. Yeah, but I guarantee you when Near Automata comes, it's going to be 4K, probably 60 or 30 frames per second. It's going to be cleaned up. It's going to look even better. Xbox One and X enhancements, it's going to have all that. See, people don't think, man, Microsoft does not play around, man. You know, have you seen Hellblade? Oh my God, man!
It was
Hellblade is
ridiculous.
absolutely beautiful.
I beat that
It's
game, man.
beautiful.
And you know that's a game that,
Okay.
you know, a lot of people say that Xbox fans don't get into them soap opera, single player, 2-hour games or whatever. Man, are you serious? Like
Exactly.
the majority of Xbox gamers are in their 30s and their upper 20s. So a lot of these cats came out of the 80s where single player gaming was what it was. And the last time single player gaming was on an elite scale was in the arcades where we battled for the
There you go.
top high score and we left our initials
There
at
you
the
go.
gate. That's when single player game was elite gaming. Now single player gaming is no big deal. And you know,
Well,
it's
it's soap
taking
operas
you.
now. It's soap operas now.
Yeah,
They want you to
it's-
cry. They want you to grab some tissue. They want you to fall out and pass out and all this other stuff. It's supposed to make you a better father. Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
just like, yo, you can always tell you wildin', man. You can always tell, you know, the real gamer, man, ain't gonna sit on no single player game for no daggum months at a time because they can't beat no game. It just doesn't work like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it
If
doesn't.
you're still talking about a single player game that's came out last week or whatever, you struggling to beat it next week and the next week after that, then it's just self-evident about you, man. Because no single player game should ever take that long to beat.
Nah, never. But at the same time, you know, they just trying to drag stuff out, man. Like, you know, what they, you know, well, we could have given them 15 hours. We'll make it 30 hours. So,
Right.
you know, it gives them 30 hours before they return it. I mean, what everybody's doing, right? They're returning it back
Right.
to the store. So that's pretty much what everybody does. So, but, yeah, man, I mean, you know, it's just that simple fact of like, you know, look, we need single player. Single player built this industry. You still need great stories. You know, that's kind of what makes great universes and great characters and things like that. But
Right.
my whole thing is that, you know, Microsoft not only gives you a great story, they give you great multiplayer, and they give you something different. But
Right.
since the rumors were talking, it seems that Remedy is starting to bubble that yeah, there's a strong possibility that Quantum Break 2 is going to be shown at E3 2018. Also, also hearing that years ago, about 2 years ago, Remedy, they said that they would want to add a multiplayer to Quantum Break. I'm thinking some type of horde mode with your time powers or, you know, waves of enemies, whatever. But like I was always telling you, New Legal, Microsoft is the king of replay value, right? You buy something from
Right.
Microsoft, there's always a replay value. Okay, so you don't want to play Sea of Thieves tonight. Play Sea of Thieves next week. And by then, it's going to be a new update. It's going to be new missions. It's going to be new this. It's going to be new boats. And it's going to be new weapons. And, you know, that type thing. That's the future that they're going for, man. Microsoft, they don't want to just make a game that you beat and take back to the store. They don't want that. They want you to stay in the ecosystem. And they want you to come back more and more and more and more and more. And that's all it is, man. That's all it is. You know what I mean? You got an industry that still wants this, you know, it just seemed like this industry wants to stay in this old methodical Japanese way where you make this big, huge game and, you know, oh my God, what an experience. And then you take it back to GameStop, like
Right.
the following
Right.
week. You know what I'm saying? When you're done with it. Well, Microsoft is not about that. Microsoft don't want you to take nothing back to GameStop, man. Nothing.
Right.
They want you
Nothing.
to stay in the ecosystem. They want you to enjoy it. They want you to enjoy it, man. So it's just the whole fact of, you know, like, the one thing that the other competition has to worry about is this. People wonder why Phil is so nice. Why Phil is so regarded. He's very highly regarded in the gaming industry. Because Phil's building relationships. Now, let me tell you something. This will bring down the house at E3. Not saying it's gonna happen, but it will bring down the house.
Get to the indicated
Right.
pod for resupply.
Near
Come with it. Come with
Automata,
it.
You're a little bloody.
all the
but you'll
Yakuzas,
leave.
Persona 5, Kingdom Hearts, all these games that are only on PlayStation, if they came to Xbox with Xbox One enhancements, it's gonna be some trouble.
Whoa.
Because now the playing field is even. Now, on top of that, Phil has already said that they're gonna show some exclusive new JRPGs at the, you know, to
And don't
Xbox.
forget, on top of winning over these devs, man, like you said, working on new relationships, getting these devs to see that the X is a real dev-friendly console, man, and it's starting to showcase itself.
Exactly. And the whole thing is, you know, what people don't understand is that, you know, in business, you just want great relationships. You want great relationships. That's what you want.
Zeds are getting
And
closer.
so what people don't get is that they can't play the console war, man. They can't play the be the behemoth you are and all that BS that people
Go
be
kill
talking.
some Zeds.
It's about really catching more flies with honey. You know what I'm saying? Catching more bees with
Right.
honey. You know what I'm saying? And
Better watch
the
my
thing
step.
is that now, if you got all type of Japanese games coming to Xbox, yo, you're in trouble, because that means that 360 energy is coming back, man. That 360 energy was something else, boy. We was getting some real cool games, man, that were just, I mean, just absolutely outstanding. You know what I'm saying? So for Microsoft, man, they just want to make great games. AA, AAA, indie, they don't care. See, people right now, they want AAA. They want big AAA.
Right.
Big AAA games take 6-7 years to make. But I gotta give you games in between that. You know what I'm saying? So people just don't understand, man. Like, I just don't think people think a lot, because
Right.
everything takes time, man. Everything takes time. You're not gonna get a great album from your favorite rapper in 1 week.
Right, exactly. And
gotta
it
go
doesn't
good.
apply.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply to everything, but when it comes to gaming, that's why I said nothing ever applies
Yeah.
to anything until it comes to gaming. You know, once it comes to gaming, then it's got to be a certain way. Get out of here, man.
Exactly.
You know, the fanboyism. It only applies to gaming. Like, people can be a fan of a football, basketball a team, but they can't be a fan to a console. Man, shut up. You know, it doesn't even make
Exactly.
sense, man. Shut up.
But what's sad is now is that you have
Come see me.
a generation
Safely open.
where the media are all fanboys. They're all fanboys, man.
Right.
They're all fanboys and fangirls.
Patch yourself
That's all they are. That's all they are.
I don't have
The
a
media-
problem with that, man. The only problem I have is stop lying. That's it. I mean,
Well,
dude, I'm a
I
fanboy
mean,
of
yeah, but-
Xbox, but I don't have to sit there and lie on it, lie about it, and be
But see-
100% biased about it, and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the business about it and go on about my business. I don't have to lie about it, man.
But here's the problem, though. If you are part of the media, you're not supposed to be biased.
That's
You're
true.
supposed to
I
have a
know.
fair shake from both
You're
ways.
just supposed to report.
So,
Yeah, you're just supposed to report.
You're right,
But,
supposed to report.
but you know what? You know what's
I'm
funny,
saying?
man? We looking at these cats like they're just the utmost top-notch,
No, they're not.
responsible
And they're not.
report. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is gaming, man. Gaming doesn't get
Yeah.
looked at and checked for facts, and they can say anything, man.
Last
They can
chance.
say anything they
Power down
want.
the pod.
Nobody is
Exactly.
checking the right. Exactly. So when people sit up here like, why Microsoft ain't giving out console numbers? They don't have to.
Time's over.
It's
don't have
not,
to.
yeah, they don't have to. It's not something that
You want numbers?
required.
They just made They just made
All they
2.25
need to tell you is there
billion
you go. That's
last
all I
quarter.
need to know.
That's
That's
more.
all
That's
I
better
need to
numbers.
know. That's right.
Exactly, man.
Those are the numbers I
And the
want
more
to hear.
money they make, I know games and more services is coming. But I mean, yo, man, like that's what I'm saying, man. We have a monkey see, monkey do industry, man. It's like Microsoft, they just doing their own thing, man. They just doing their own thing, man. They don't want to play that game no more. Where you know what I'm saying?
All that elementary
so
talk. I call it
9
elementary
million.
talk.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So 9 million copies. I ain't so what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
whoop-de-damn do.
Now, wait a minute. Now, to that degree, I can live with that
Yeah.
because that degree is telling me, hey, man, this game that I like is successful and there's a chance that a sequel can come out. You can tell me that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't need
I
to
get
know.
that, yeah.
I don't need to know how many consoles are being sold when I know my console is successful. It's one thing if I heard that
Exactly.
my console is, there's a rumor that they're gonna discontinue making Xboxes. So okay, yeah, let me know what the sales are, man, because I need to know if y'all doing good, man, because I want my console to survive. But if I know my console
Right.
surviving, man, and I know it's good, I don't care if it's in second place. Come on.
Exactly,
silly.
man. Exactly.
I don't expect everybody
And
to
people
be
just,
want to be playing the games that I play. There's too many casuals out there. They want a casual
Exactly,
console, man. The PlayStation is a casual console. I didn't say that.
Right.
The Sony exec said that. They look at their
No,
audience
but it's
as
true.
casual.
It is.
Bottom line.
I mean, honestly, man.
They call it.
But really, the PS4 is a toy to the casual community, man. That's all it is. It's a toy. Where the Xbox is a real machine. Like you said earlier, right? It plays media. You know what I mean? You could do services. You could do mixer. You could broadcast. You could do all these things,
Right.
man. I mean, you got applications. You know, you can watch TV on it with different apps, and they had the Snap feature. I hear they're supposed to bring that back as far as picture-in-picture, stuff like that. I mean, it's just real, man. Like Microsoft is it's just, to me, it's a grown gamer machine. It's a grown gamer machine,
Right.
and I don't think they get enough credit, man. Like the stuff that they do, it's like, man, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Right.
But trust me, man. When people see Forza Horizon 4 and Crackdown
Can't
3
wait.
and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's gonna be Google Gaga.
You made it
They'll
back.
show the Halo trailer and
anything.
all that good stuff, and supposedly, there's some type of Gear spinoff that's supposed to be in the works, something like that. I mean, it's just the fact that Microsoft, man, they're doing all that they can, man. It's just that,
Time's
hey,
almost
man,
up.
they're trying to
Beat.
feed you some new stuff, man. They're trying to put you on some new stuff, and people just want the same old stuff, and that's the gaming industry. They want a big, beautiful hack and slash. That's all they want.
Right.
They want to chop stuff, kill stuff, shoot stuff. That's all they want, man. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like, to me, the industry doesn't want to grow up, man, because when you look at like Sea of Thieves, I think that should be praised by Rare because that's their idea. They came up with that, man. They came up with that. That shows you a company that was
Right.
thinking forward. They could have made a big Battletoads where you play 4 players at the same time. They could have made another Banjo Kazooie. They wanted to go with something that was unique, man, and different. And I was like, yo, that's what's up. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man.
Exactly, man. I think
Exactly.
you came with some real good points tonight, bro.
Yeah,
as
most
usual. As
definitely,
usual, though.
man.
As usual. That's the usual, man. So I think the good talking points, man, is about. I think we pretty much knocked out enough talking points for the night, man. That with the
Good,
news of the Xbox
so-
doing their thing, E3's
right.
coming, the performance
So-
is up. What else is left, man? I mean, I don't think
Hey,
there's
man,
anything. And now it's just like, Microsoft got everybody to the point where now they're like, I can't wait to see what they got to show. And that's exactly what Microsoft wants you. If
Wants you,
that's what
yep.
you're saying, then they have accomplished their mission for right now.
Yep.
Because now all you're basically saying is, now all you got to do is prove to me what you say. And Microsoft can easily do that.
Yep. And Microsoft is not going to show their cards anymore, and it definitely drives these Xbox YouTube channels crazy because They be digging, man. They be digging through
Right.
they be digging through everything, man. Try to get what they can get their hands on. And Microsoft is onto your little game, man. Yo, we're not gonna show you anything, man. We're not gonna show you anything because you run your mouth about it all the time. You want people to be surprised, man. We want them to tune in. You know, people just run their mouth, man, and just, you know what I'm saying? They run their mouth and they let the cat out the bag, man. They do it all the time, man.
I like it, man. I wouldn't want to be no sucker.
Nah, man.
You're a sucker, man.
You watch E3. Nah, you wanna be in E3. You wanna be surprised, man. You know what I mean? Like people think E3 is just for them. It's for everybody, man. You don't think it's kids that wanna go to school the next day, like, yo, did you see what Microsoft showed? Oh snap, you know what I mean? Like, we always sit there like, oh, well.
What'd you say, General, is just for us, right?
Right, you know what I mean? Yeah, but it's like, you know, people always leak everything out the bag, and then they get mad at Microsoft because, oh, well, we knew that was coming. We knew that was coming. Right, we knew that was coming. Yo, you weren't supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous,
it's just
man.
crazy.
Yeah, you just got an impatient generation, man, where it's like, I tell you, New Legal, I really do miss the days of where there was an element of surprise, man.
Right.
The element of surprise, to me, is what made gaming so amazing, man. That the element of surprise is what just had
That's
you
right.
so, you know what I mean, feeling like
right, because you're talking about a day.
You're
talking about a day where Cat had to actually buy the game, and then when he bought the game, he doesn't know anything. It's just kind of like how my experience was with City of Brass today. Video footage is up day one. Video footage is up. You can check it out on Di-RREC Gaming. But I had to pretty much play that game to judge it. There was no articles for me to read or anything like that, and I can appreciate that. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
Because gaming should get back to that, man.
Port closed.
I think
everybody puts a lot of stress on the media and all of that because we have allowed it to happen. But true gamers know how to not even pay that garbage any attention and just go and do what they know what's great for the gaming community, and that's your own personal experience. And then give an account to what you did, man. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of true gaming right there. That's the beauty of it.
I think that I think gaming, they kind of took a turn where, as they say, the prisoners are now running the asylum, right?
Right.
They're running, the prison, right? So
right.
This is my thing that I feel.
Go make a difference.
I feel that the sense of discovery is missing. And I think that that's what this business was built on, the sense of discovery.
Right.
And want to run and tell, the next person. But what happens is this. The one thing I don't like in this generation, I don't like the fact that, okay, let's just say hypothetically I bought God of War, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to enjoy God of War, the story and everything. On my timeline on YouTube, people have already posted the ending. People have already posted, certain bosses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People have already posted. And I think that developers, they get it really messed up saying that, oh, well, it's cool for you to, because you promote my game. Here's the problem with that. If I watch your game, why do I want to play it? It becomes like a movie to me now, man. Right?
But see, you're not going to do it. You're not doing it.
No,
I'm not. Right. It's too, because here's the thing. Here's the thing, General.
Yeah.
The volume of gamers is just too wide.
Right.
It looks like everybody's on YouTube looking at these channels, but really it's not, man. The only reason it looks that way is because you're there or I'm there. And we're in that audience, but there's so many people that ain't even in that audience. You're many. Right.
But then I feel like this, right? And people can get mad, but I think it's just fair, honestly. I think that you should wait a month before you able to actually post any campaign or anything, because I think that it really kind of it really kind of deteriorates the experience because people are impatient. Now, don't get me wrong. I played games where I got stuck and I needed a walkthrough to show me what to do, or
Right.
I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
Well, General, let me tell you
Maybe,
something.
yeah.
You, hey, nobody's making you do that. There is still a such thing as strategy guides. Strategy
No, it's
guides
true.
are the same thing. They walk you through the game. They show you where everything's at. But you know what? You got to pay for it. So think about it, man. There's too many avenues to trip off of. Here's the bottom line. You don't have to look
Yeah.
at anything. You don't have to look at anything. The good thing
Yeah,
about it is people can put it out there. It's out there. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
that
but
right.
see-
that,
Nah, but see, my thing is, I think it's too many people putting it out there.
Could be,
My thing is
but-
this.
right.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Let's Plays. I want to make myself clear.
Right.
I have a problem with Let's Plays when the game come out. I have a problem
Right.
you showing the whole game the day that it comes out.
But why would you look at
That's
look,
not cool.
How? Here's my question then. To a person
All right.
that's doing that, how in the world can they keep doing that? How in the world is their channel growing? You see what I'm saying? Like that's about
Yeah.
as stupid as it gets. So if we're complaining about somebody who's actually succeeding on their YouTube channel for showing new games and their endings and spoilers and all of that, then there's an audience out there that doesn't care. You can't hate, you
Yeah.
can't get mad at that. The only thing I can say to you is don't look at that damn channel. Do your thing.
Yeah.
There's two, cause
Yeah,
just as many dumb, and look, I'm not sitting up here disagreeing with you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the reality of it.
I'm just talking about
The reality
I'm
of
just
it is
talking about
for
the sense of
every
discovery.
for every stupid YouTuber that you know do that, there's 2, 3, 4 more great YouTubers that don't do that. And understand
Right.
that they can put an early walkthrough out there without spoiling it. Because there's a lot of them that just do a couple of days of it just to get you on in there, get you to feel, and then later on they come back when they see it, the game's been out a week or two, and then they do their full
Yeah.
walkthrough, which is good because they give you time to play it and find some things out on your own before they finish it up. Or what
Yeah.
they do is they go on and beat it, do the walkthrough, kind of like what I did with Hellblade. Later on, just throw bits and bits.
right.
Every now and then I throw a bit, because I didn't want to spoil it for nobody. I didn't want to do it early, so I waited till the game. Now it's not really talked about. Now I'm putting it all out there, and I'll finish it out. You know?
Right. I'm gonna tell you a story. A couple of years ago, when Smash Brothers was coming out for the I believe it was the Wii U at the time, right? And they asked the Japanese developer, are there cutscenes? Is there a story to it? And he said no. And so they said, well, you never thought about putting a cutscene or putting, a story, a real, signified story to Smash Brothers? He was like, no, because he was like, all the American audience is gonna do is put it on YouTube. And so the person was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, what's the sense of me putting a story out there when all you're gonna do is put it on YouTube?
Right.
And he was like, so basically, you play the game to fight, so that's what you do, fight. But he was like, I'm not gonna have my team and just, we're gonna add extra and this and that when it's gonna be
Right.
put on YouTube and
Right.
it's gonna ruin it for everybody.
Right.
I was like, you know what?
Right.
I said, I think he has a point.
Right.
And so, I think he has a point. And so, like, I found out something by listening to a podcast. This dickhead, and he's a dickhead for actually really revealing a spoiler. It's kind of foul. I was just like, well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just think that, I think we just kind of in a generation where there's too many voices, and I just think that there's
No
not
doubt.
enough control. Like, don't get me wrong, man. I think that we get over carried away, and we have too much access to a lot of stuff, man. Like, think about this, right? What if you had to actually pay $1 for everything you post?
Right.
People
You'd be
would
more,
think twice
right,
about
right.
what they post, right?
True that.
I think that people
but then again,
overload on,
and then what they'll do is they'll evolve around their audience. So let's say I know where you're going with
right.
that. So let's say even
Yeah,
though I have to pay $1 for everything I say, I
right.
can say something stupid, gain an audience. Guess what? I'm gonna keep paying dollars to say stupid stuff. So it doesn't matter. See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
Right.
All the scenarios we can come up with. Here's the bottom line. That's where I'm at. I'm at the bottom line.
Okay. Okay.
Life is about choices. And
Right.
because life is about choices, there's two definitions between the decisions of those choices that one brings, right? It's called
Right.
intelligent,
Right.
intelligence, and smart. Intelligent and being smart are two different things, man. Because you can have
Yeah.
a person that's intelligent that's dumb. Well, what do you mean,
Right.
Kellen? You're not making sense. Okay, listen. Being intelligent means that you gain knowledge from what you've been taught.
Exactly.
Being smart is making the right decisions in life. That's it.
Right.
So,
Right.
so you overall want to be an intelligent, smart person, or just in general, a smart person. So all
Right.
you have to do, man, is when you see something like that going on in the gaming industry, don't feed into it. You know, anybody can get a fair quick cope. Dang, y'all are getting all philosophical stuff. But yo, shout outs to Mixer, man. Thanks, Quick, for stopping in. Shout outs to Mixer. Anybody can, nobody can get blamed for going into a channel or seeing something that they never seen before, and they're stopping by, just like Quick stopping by. Hey, checking us
Yeah.
out, right? And then he realizes, oh, these dudes ain't about nothing, or hey, these dudes are about something. They're worth my look, right? I'm gonna stay in here and listen.
Right.
You can't fault him or the person in general that I'm talking about for doing that. But once he figures
Right.
me out, or figures out the situation that's going on, now he can make a decision. You can't get mad
Sure.
at the person. That's all I'm saying. You can't get mad at the person for making dumb content but being successful about it, because he's got a dumb
Yeah.
audience. He's only okay on YouTube. Everybody knows this for a fact. You're only successful to the crowd that follows you. So
Right, that's true.
if you're not into it, don't follow it. That's the key. That's it. Be a happy sport. Cause General, everything that you just said, man, is true. I'm not disagreeing with anything you said. The
Right.
problem is this: I'm not gonna knock it or say, man, they ought to be doing something like that. No, they got the right to do it. The thing is, don't look at it. It's kind of like TV. It's like any other thing you do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on
There's
that.
too
I mean,
many-
look, my
we
whole
can-
argument, but see, my whole argument is this, right? And I get where you're coming from. I just think that the sense of discovery is getting kind of lost. I
But
think
that's
somebody
not to the
like,
true
like,
gamer. That's to the
Oh, no,
lames,
no, no,
man.
no,
You keep talking
but-
to the
no, no,
lames.
no,
The lames are
no,
gonna do
no,
that.
no,
The true
no.
gamer knows how to distinguish it.
But feel me though. Feel me on this, right? If you're a developer
Right,
and you spend many nights
right,
missing your wife, missing your
Right.
kids, and
right,
you know how they say at the end of the credits, thank you to my wife and kids
right,
that put up with me and this and that, right? Yo, working mad deadlines and this and that, drinking cups of coffee, eating Subway sandwiches, chicken and beef empanadas, whatever the situation is.
Yo,
I
Quick
don't think it's
Coat.
cool.
Yo, Quick Coat told us, thanks, man. No doubt, brother. Yo, now that you
Okay.
following Quick Coat says something in Mixer, General, that he
Okay,
put a
okay.
laughing. LOL, y'all should host a podcast. Well, here's what we do, Quick. We don't actually do a podcast because, like my man General was saying, there's too many people out there that want to do podcasts, and we're not knocking it.
Yeah.
So what we do
Yeah.
is, hey, we're doing what we. Okay, put it like this. I'll be fair about it. In a sense, I guess it is a podcast, right? But we're not labeling ourselves a podcast. Okay, when you talk in general, right, Quick, you don't
Yep.
when you having a discussion with somebody in general, right, Coach? You don't call it a podcast. It's just a conversation. So what we tend to
Right.
do, what we tended to do, man, is say, you know what? We in party chat, right? We can go on Mixer, right? And we can just have general Xbox conversations that normally we do anyway.
Right.
We like to talk about Xbox. And hopefully
Right.
people will start to see that, hey man, these dudes be sounding like us, because we want to just represent the normal. We don't want to represent the
Exactly.
YouTubers. We're not YouTubers. We're the normal Xbox gamers, and we want to bring an awareness to what we normally like, how we normally sound, how we normally talk when we're in a party or something. So
Exactly.
if you find me interesting and my man General interesting, our show is called Press Start End Credits. We go live maybe every 11 days to 7 days a week. We try to keep it consistent. You can check us out, man, on YouTube. You can actually look up my gamer tag right there on the screen. You can go on YouTube and type my gamer tag in. It will actually come up as Di-RREC Gaming. This video that you're a part of, Quick Coat, and we're glad you came in. It will
Yes,
be
sir.
on YouTube. If not tonight, it will be tomorrow in the morning when it probably hits YouTube. But it will be a part of the show casing of tonight, which you are a part of, that we're proud that you dropped in, man. So you can go on YouTube, type in my gamer tag, the new legal, and check it out, man. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, man. Leave some comments, or just generally take a view. But a lot of our shows, man, we're on episode 6. Wanted to
Yes,
take
sir.
some time out to the Xbox community. This is our episode 6, man, and we've been tuning and fixing up stuff. We're built from the ground up, so forgive us on some of our content. May not be clear, may not be, but that was the whole point. We wanted our audience to see how we grew all together from the ground up, and we share this common bond. So yeah, man, I'm kind of growing. My goal by E3 or by the end of the summer is to get at least 200 subscribers. Slowly but surely I'm getting there. But man, no, thanks for stopping in, Quick. And if you have any questions, man, feel free to keep typing, man. But go ahead, General.
Yeah, I was just saying, man, like, you know, you work your behind off, you work your tail off, man. You got deadlines, man. You made this great game, right?
Right.
I just don't think it's cool that some fat kid can go home and get him a monster drink and a pie of pizza and watch my whole game on YouTube. I just think that's whack, yo. I think that's whack. And that same fat kid that went home on YouTube to watch my game, every cutscene, every story, every aspect and gameplay, his fat ass, pardon my French, is not gonna buy the game. That's
Right.
what I don't like. I don't think games should be treated like movies, and I think that there's a young culture. Even Jimmy Kimmel made fun of it, yo. There's an episode with him making a skit of, you know, young gamers watching gameplay. Like, I don't mind gameplay, man, but I just think it's whack that you show the whole story, man. I just think that the element of surprise makes the game, yo. I think you playing the game is the achievement. That's why it's called press start
Right.
end credits. You press
Right.
start and you don't end credits. I understand game streaming and all that. I get all that, man. We in a different generation. My whole thing is that I think about the developers, man. Like, it gotta suck that you made this great game, this great story.
Right.
Somebody now they put the ending up the next day when the game launches. Like, I think there should be rules to that. That's just me personally. I feel like it should be a month where you cannot show any other campaign. You can
Right.
show multiplayer, you can show aspects of the game. I just feel like you shouldn't be able to show any other campaign, man. People are narcissists, man. Gamers are narcissists. They have narcissist personalities, man. They think only about themselves. They don't think about, you know, because gaming is a selfish hobby, and it really is, man. But I mean, yo, man, that's just me, man. I just think that the campaign is important, and I think that you should be able to show it off on day one. Now I
Right.
get it. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to. But what are you doing? It's all on your timeline. That's something
Right.
that you can't avoid. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
you know, I don't like I just don't like certain things. I don't like when IGN does like the first 48 hours of this, you know, or the first 48 hours. Like, yo, let me play the game, man. Now, mind you, maybe because of their segment, that made somebody want to buy the game. I got to keep that in mind too. I get all that, but it's like, yo, the sense of discovery is what made the game on. Yo, I bought a game. Well, I was bought a game for Christmas, and I didn't know what this game was, but I knew there was an arcade game that it was cool in the arcade.
Right.
And I'm going back to the Nintendo days. And so, you know, my mother, you know, she you know, it looks cool on the box. You know how parents are. You know,
Right.
they're going to pick it up, right? So I put the game in. It's Rygar.
Right.
And it wasn't Rygar from the arcade. It was Rygar in its own new adventure for Nintendo, right?
Had his own little twist to it.
Yo, man, that was a sense of discovery, right?
Exactly.
When Ninja Gaiden was different in the arcade than when you got it for Nintendo. It was hard as hell, but it was just that, yo, like, oh, this is a different type of Ninja, you know, Gaiden game. So I think that because we lose the sense of discovery, I think that gamers get bored. I think they become obnoxious, and I think they make more videos than playing games, man. That's just how I feel, man.
Well, man, I tell you what, brother. Any last words, comments, man, that you want to put out there? Any shout outs you want to give, man, before we end this show tonight?
Well, you know, let's have story time. This is a new segment that we can add to our show. I would like to tell the story to boys and girls of Xbox Land, right, and the land of make believe, of how your boy General Johnson actually turned a donkey and brought him back home.
You
So,
did what?
I
Did
turned
you bring a donkey?
and
What are you
brought him
talking
back
about,
home.
man? What are you talking
I
about?
brought a donkey. I brought a donkey back home, baby. I brought him
Wow.
back home to Xbox. So
When
I got
did
a
this
friend
happen,
named Brandon. Oh, this happened the other day. I got a friend named Brandon that works with me at my job, right? And Brandon, he's a gamer like me,
Right.
right? But he only has PlayStation. So
Right.
me and him were on the loading dock, and we were talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 and the trailer
Right.
and everything.
So
and,
this dude had
you
a
know,
PlayStation. You're
yeah,
talking
just a
to him at the
PlayStation,
loading
PlayStation
dock.
4.
Right.
At the loading dock while we, you know, lifting boxes and all that
Right.
stuff. So basically, okay, I was telling him about how, well, I was playing Red Dead Redemption in 4K on my Xbox One X. He's like, what you mean 4K? I was like, well, yeah, they cleaned it up, man. They cleaned it
Wow.
up. They made it better. You know, the controller's better. It looks pristine. It just, I said, if you play the other version on your PS4, it'll look kind of blurry. And so he was like, what you mean? I was like, well, Xbox, they have a way of doing backwards compatibility that's just out of this world. You know what I mean? Like, they really clean up the games, and they don't even touch the engine code.
Right.
So he was like, get out of here. And I was like, yeah. You know, I was like, yeah. So
Normally you gotta prove
he
it
calls
to him.
me.
You gotta
Right,
prove
he
it
calls
to him.
me.
Right.
He says, yo, I want to come through. I'm like, all right, yeah, come through.
I
What's
knew
up?
it. You
So
gotta
He
make him
comes
see
through.
it.
He comes through. I show him the Xbox One X. I show him Game Pass. And he says, yo, you get all these games for $10? I'm like, yeah. He was like, wait a minute, is it like PS Now where you gotta stream it? I was like, no. I said, you download
Wow.
a game to your hard drive and you play it.
And
I
it's
said,
yours.
it's like Netflix.
Yeah. You buy
It's
it.
a
it's
subscription.
yours.
It's
Right.
right. It's yeah, and you also have a chance
Get
to
a
buy
20% chance.
He was
Yeah,
like-
get it. Right.
Yep. Because he
Wow.
was like, man, he's like, my damn kids can leave me alone, da da da, and this and
Wow.
that. So
Exactly.
then I showed him, right? I showed him Jade Empire. I showed him Panzer Dragon Order. I showed him.
Right. You went.
yeah,
you
Red
went. You
Dead
started showing them
Redemption.
straight OG Xbox games and how good.
Yeah,
and how they
I
are
showed him 'cause-
4K. It's incredible.
Right, because he's kind of a retro gamer,
Right.
and so he was blown away. He was like,
Wow.
yo, I didn't even know Xbox had all this. So basically, I was like, yeah. So I let him play Forza Horizon 3. I let him play, you know, I let him check out Halo 5. I let him check out Hellblade.
That's what.
And
That's the typical. That's how you do it, man. They have to touch
I was
it. They have
showing
to
him
play
about
it.
Xbox One enhancements. Now
Right.
the last thing I showed him just blew him away. I showed him Rise of the Tomb Raider with Xbox One enhancements.
And that was it.
He said, man, I'm
He was
good.
done.
He said, I'm gonna get an Xbox One X right now. So
Wow.
he's like, matter of fact, I don't want this PlayStation no more. It's like,
Wow.
what? So he was like, yo, tell you what, man. He was like, you give me a yard, you give me 100, man. Yo, this PlayStation is yours. I was like, what?
General
Like,
went
yeah,
got him
like, yo.
Was it a pro or
I'm like,
vanilla?
ain't nothing,
General?
yo. Yeah, it was a slim. It was a slim. It was
The
a,
slim, the
a
regular,
joint.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got it for
was slim.
100.
I said, yo, 100. I was like, yo, bro. I was like, that ain't nothing. So
Right, that's a
he
steal.
sold me the PlayStation. He went and got him an Xbox One X. He got Game Pass, and he's a retro
That's
gamer.
my
So
man, 50
he went and
grand. He made
downloaded,
it, yeah.
he downloaded Red Dead and all this and that. And he was
Wow.
like, yo, man. He was like, I didn't even know you could do all this stuff with Xbox and all this other
Right.
stuff and everything. And so,
So he
moral
was
of the
willing to
story
give
is-
up. He was willing to give up the donkey machine. He was willing to give up the donkey machine, sell it, get
Yeah.
rid of it, and go straight to Xbox, man. Salute to that dude. Salute to you, man, for
Yeah,
telling
Brandon.
the truth about it,
Bec-
showcasing
because
it, man. Letting him get his hands on
he
it,
said-
and seeing the light on it.
Because he said PS Now, he said his kids will play the games and stuff, and it'll get kind of choppy after a while
No
because
doubt,
of the
'cause it's
internet
streaming.
or
Right.
or certain games wouldn't work
It's
when they try to,
hilarious.
'cause
Exactly.
depending on how many people are streaming it and this and that. I was
Speak
like, you
on
don't
it.
gotta. He said every game he played on Game Pass, his kids are playing it. You know, they're playing
Wow.
Super Lucky Tales and things and stuff like that. He said that, yo, man. He said the media is full of shh. He said it's a
Right.
damn shame that people don't really know
Don't even
how
know.
much
Yeah.
value, keyword
right.
value that Xbox gives you. And
Right.
yeah, man. So I brought a donkey down that long dirt road, and I
Wow.
brought him back home to Xboxville. And that is my story, boys and girls. The
Yo,
end.
you know what? That's what a way to end the show. I can't. Hey, man, I'm just gonna do this. we're gonna end it right there. All I'm gonna do is just take my broom and start sweeping. So here's what I'm gonna say. If you like tonight's show of Press Start End Credits from the one and only, the new legal, representing with my boy General Johnson out of the Di-RREC Gaming. Field of clay, which we mold, and it's all about gaming here, where we bringing the streets back to gaming and gaming back to the streets. Salute to Xbox Live. Salute to the Mixer channel. Salute to our man Quick Coat 71106. For stopping by,
Quick call, welcome,
hollering at
baby.
us, man.
Welcome, baby.
That's the Xbox community right there. And you want to know something, man? Shout outs to the DX men of the DX Mansion, my Facebook Xbox gaming home. Special shout outs to Project Xbox, my second Facebook gaming home. To all the people out there that support this channel, that make us keep continually driving and having the energy. And we want to do this because it's fun for me and General to come in here, bring some news, bring some topics, speak from our hearts, and hey man, no rehearsing, just straight up conversating on what we like to talk about, and that's gaming. And we're glad that you guys come in, whether you come through Mixer or whether you come through on the YouTube channel, whether you come through on Twitter and you talk it out, you view, and you give us support. We're just gonna keep on doing this, man. So this is a special night, episode 6. I'm rocking out with my boy, the General, yo, and this has been Live and Direct. So until next time, guys, see y'all soon. This is your boy New Legal, General Johnson. We're getting up out of here, yo, man. Let me see. I got a tank tonight, man. The night is still young. We can get in this tank, man. This tank goes about 65, 75 miles per hour, man. Let's hit the highway, man. We ain't got nothing to do. If we see something we want to shoot, blow down, man, let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you coming over, man? Nah, matter of fact, I'm going to just come pick you up, man. So I'm coming in the tank, man. You guys, man, it's been a blessing. It's your boy. hit the subscribe button. Put a like, put a dislike. Leave some comments below. Do whatever you feel. But in the meantime, man, we just gonna have some fun. Yo, I'm out, y'all. It's your boy.